Internet Today reporting live from the front lines of the culture war. What kind of messed up vortex we're living in right now? I'm not sure if everyone is going crazy because we've all been losing our minds for years, or if it's the fact that we are pretty much at the 1 year mark of dealing with the coronavirus pandemic. But things have been especially absurd the past few weeks. First, it was Mr. Potato Head's massive dong being lopped off, and then Dr. Seuss being canceled by the company that owns the rights to Dr. Seuss books, which resulted in outlets like Fox doing round-the-clock coverage where they purposefully made it seem as though Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham were getting burned or something.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Well, Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. Seuss.
And Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
And now the girl bunny from Space Jam's boobs have fallen off, and there is not a horny jail in the world big enough to fit the people in it who are upset about this.
Yeah, we need like horny Guantanamo. Whatever horny jail we need, we don't have it.
Throw them on the other side of the ice wall.
Yeah, we need that jail from Dark Knight Rises. But for everyone who's just got an angry boner right now over this Lola Bunny news.
There's not enough bonks going around.
Now, to be fair, the discourse surrounding the cancellation of Lola Bunny's breasts seems to have been the one and only topic that conservatives have failed to rally behind, at least so far.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too niche for them.
Yeah.
But at this point, it wouldn't be shocking at all to hear Ted Cruz on the floor of the Senate exclaiming, "This once voluptuous, sexy bunny rabbit who had been stacked as hell with a dumpster so perfectly round you just want to take a bite out of it has been completely ruined by the radical left who simply refuse to allow parents and kids alike to get horny as hell while watching a movie about basketball. That sexy cartoon character is part of our nation's history, whether the Nancy Pelosi's of the world want to admit it or not."
Bonk. Go to horny jail. He needs to go to
I'm
horny
going
jail.
to horny Cancun.
Ted Cruz, 9/11 porn-a-rooney. It's not too far to wonder if maybe he is into furries.
Down in Cancun, it's still Senor Potato Head, Senor Papas Fritas, and you can get all the Dr. Seuss
And all
books.
their bunny rabbits are stacked.
Speaking of Dr. Seuss, did you see Don Jr., fucking clown, Don Jr. holding up the Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat book?
And covering the
come
bilingual
and
version.
take it, libs, but they realized the version that he had, his hand was weirdly placed because it said in English and Spanish.
Yeah, it was the bilingual version, and he didn't want people to know that he owned that one specifically.
because within the circles he's in, it's
look-
shameful to acknowledge the existence of Spanish.
Yeah, people would be like, oh, you own the half-canceled English version? Great. But actually, this issue, despite not being mentioned in the halls of Congress, seems to have generally received a negative reaction across the board. Now, of course, there are plenty of people who are upset because Lola Bunny, for the reasons we already mentioned, exist. But there are others who chimed in to remind people that reducing a woman's cup size, or in this case, a female rabbit's, makes them stronger or more capable of anything. In basketball, I don't know. Here are some more of the prominent Twitter reactions that we saw this week.
The discourse, folks. I hate to split hairs here, get it? But listen, desexualizing Lola Bunny by giving her more standard athletic gear, that's a choice. But you can't tell me that Lola on the right appears stronger or more capable than the Lola on the left. Sexy does not equal less capable.
Not complaining about the Lola Bunny situation because I want to fuck a cartoon rabbit. I just don't understand why every curvy character has to be redesigned in loose clothing. She wasn't even lewd or inappropriate at all to begin with. Let thick characters wear tight clothes, please. It just feels weird because it always feels like they're implying the body itself is inappropriate for children to see and has to be hidden even though there are actual people shaped like that in real life who don't wear burlap sacks.
I mean, it's more just the fact that every other character is clearly a cartoon with cartoon proportions. And whoever designed Lola Bunny was doing it with one hand under the table. She's hot. For a rabbit. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna pretend like they didn't design her with a very shapely female body.
Well, Elliot, we'll get to that.
Anyway, here's another tweet. I don't care that Lola Bunny's dressed less sexy in Space Jam 2, but I am unbelievably exhausted by the idea that the way you communicate that a female character is to be taken seriously is by removing her boobs.
And then this one, of course, Space Jam 2 scene. LeBron James. Hello, Lola. You do not make anyone horny. I respect you for basketball. Lola Bunny, thank you.
Thinking about the Lola Bunny nerf, and it's ruining my Friday.
That one came from
They nerfed
Hassan. This one. Tearing a woman's headphones off so I can impress her. Yeah, I actually find regular rabbits way sexier than Lola Bunny. And of course, Elliot's contribution. Why don't you read your own tweet, Elliot?
Damn, Libs won't even let us crank it to cartoons anymore.
I mean, you summed it up pretty well.
Yeah.
But probably the most frustrating yet hilarious part of this entire pointless dialogue regarding the sexualization of a cartoon bunny rabbit is the fact that the image of what Lola Bunny used to look like before the woke police changed her design is literally just fan art that was created over 20 years after the release of the movie by an artist named Spirito. Lola Bunny from the movie doesn't even have gigantic knockers. She, look, okay, I just have to say, this is all fucking ridiculous. I don't even know why the fuck we're talking about it. Because we host this show and talk about this stupid bullshit, we have to sit here and talk about a cartoon rabbit's knockers.
Yeah, I've been poisoning my brain too much. I've just been willingly waking up each morning and firing up the poison machine and injecting the poison right into my brain. And it's there are long-term consequences of this much poison.
Suffice it to say, every fucking discussion about this has been using fan art, which makes her look more voluptuous than she ever did in the actual movie.
And there is quite a lot of this fan art.
Yeah.
And quite a fandom. I saw a post today of a guy with an entire room in his house dedicated to Lola Bunny merch.
And that man has a wife, apparently.
Yeah, it was...
so, yeah, I mean, the perfect example of this was on, like, all of the initial tweets where they were like, look, they changed the design. A not insignificant amount of replies was straight up pornography of this bunny.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, there's literally just so much fan art of Lola Bunny online, way more than there are images from the actual movie. So you'd be forgiven for thinking that she's not some insane sexual icon, just like every other animated character.
Yeah, if you type in Lola Bunny into Google image search, you are 9 times out of 10 going to get a artist rendition and not the original piece.
Yeah. There's fan art that draws her however they want. And
of course.
And there's also just straight up Rule 34 porn of the character. It is weird how specifically some fan art became the comparison for the new design.
Yeah.
It's like how everyone remembers like the graphics of N64 games being way better than they actually were.
Yeah, if you ever go back and play an old video game,
like, wow, this looks like shit. Yeah, Twisted Metal. I remember Twisted Metal being like, oh my God, it's in 3D. It's like it's real. It's like photographic. No, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
So it's the same with this Lola Bunny. Everyone remembers Lola Bunny having a big dump truck ass and just like a huge fucking rack and some big, thick DSL on her face and just some thick, shapely gams. But that's fan art that you're remembering. That's your brain rose-tinted glasses.
Yes.
And yes, we are aware that probably 80% of the discourse online is joking or sarcastic or like, I don't know. Who can tell anymore? This is a great lampooning of the actual like faux outrage with everything else that we've seen with shit like Mr. Potato's dick and everything else, but it's ratcheted up to 11.
Yeah.
And this is how ridiculous everything looks.
Yeah.
Anyways, fucking Space Jam 2 is coming out in July.
Sure.
Which I guess was the entire point of this press release, and now you know. So yeah. Do you think the new bunny is hot? Let us know
I respect
in the comments
bunnies.
below.
I think the new bunny's very attractive because I respect
the new
rabbits.
Lola Bunny for her skills in the basketball court.
She's a woman, you say?
I respect her intellect. I think it's great what she's doing.
Yeah. And I think she's going to do great things for the WNBA.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of disappointment, it looks like actor Johnston, recognizable for his roles in shows like Bob's Burgers, Mr. Show, Arrested Development, and a lot more.
Sarah Silverman program.
Pretty much every comedy program of the past 20 years.
He's been in a lot.
He might have potentially, possibly, it sure looks like maybe participated in the January 6th insurrection on the United States Capitol building.
Yeah, it's pretty much, he did it.
Allegedly, potentially, maybe. Earlier this week, the FBI sent out a tweet with photos attached that read, the hashtag FBI, by the way, is still seeking information on people who took part in the violence at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. If you know this individual, visit our website Refer to photo 247 in your tip.
The photos, they really, really, really appear to be of Jay Johnston, which was obviously pointed out by thousands of Twitter users shouting at the FBI that they knew exactly who that individual was.
Yeah.
It's Jimmy Pesto from Bob's Burgers.
He's right there.
Now, look, as of right now, we can't confirm or deny that the person in these photos is actor Jay Johnston, but in a now deleted exchange, Tim Heidecker seemed to confirm it. A bunch of other actors also chimed in to say that it's certainly plausible that it's him because he attended the rally and was a Trump supporter. I saw on Instagram a lot of comedians were just straight up saying, like, yeah, no, it's him. And saw like a lot of comments from well-known comedians just like, yeah, he's got a drinking problem. That's the only way I can explain this.
I mean, a drinking problem doesn't lead you into an insurrection on the Capitol, but
no,
but
it does affect your judgment.
Yeah,
though.
Yes, yes.
But again, no actual confirmation from the FBI or other official sources, despite journalists reaching out to his agent for comment.
What do you mean? I don't represent that person.
What? Who's Jay Johnston?
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of the Trump election fraud extended universe, we have an unsurprising update on MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell. As you'll probably remember, Lindell was finally sued by Dominion Voting Systems for $1 billion, which puts him in the same position as people like Rudy Giuliani and outlets like OAN. But when faced with their own lawsuits, pretty much everyone else that was sued by Dominion simply shut the fuck up, as far as we can tell. Yeah. But we thought that if anyone was going to just keep trucking along, throwing caution to the wind, and potentially throwing away their entire life and company in the process, it would be Mike Lindell. And yeah, kind of looks like that's exactly what he's doing.
I want to hear him, Mike Lindell, in his Mike Lindell voice, sing the Dido song, White Flag. I will go down with this ship.
I will go down with the ship.
Lindell cannot even get a spot on OAN or Fox anymore. He is persona non grata. He has dipped even lower to an evangelical conservative YouTube network called The Victory Channel. Yeah. In order to spew his nonsense. And according to him, he's got yet another documentary coming out soon that he swears will finally be the nail in the coffin that the Supreme Court needs in order to overturn the election and give control of this nation back to President Donald J. Trump. God, this man, did he even get some sleep after the last one?
I don't know.
Did he just get right to work on documentary 2?
I guess. I mean, he might have taken a break to go to the real inauguration of Trump, which was like 2 days ago, and I think 4 people showed up too. Yeah. But who knows? I mean, when you don't sleep, you got a lot of extra time to do shit.
Yeah. Anyway, here's what he said. There are great things coming. Within the next 10 days or so, there's going to be a platform I'm putting out that's going to be the focal point where everyone can go out and they can't stop us like they do on YouTube and all this stuff. What we're going to do, we're going to put out evidence every single day, more and more. The stuff that's going on right now, you guys cannot believe it.
It's even without the accent, the quotes are like, yeah, I know where this guy's from. Excuse me, they're amphetamines, not methamphetamines. I am not off the wagon.
You hate amphetamines, and yet how do you think we won the Second World War, huh? Pep pills.
Well, it's World War III now, and I'm here to tell you they still work. He continued, as we build this up and all this other evidence is showing, I'm going to come out with another documentary showing all the foreign interference. Everybody's going to know about this in spite of the media. We're bringing it up. We've got the case. It's almost ready. And when we bring it in 5-6 weeks before the Supreme Court, now let me tell you, by the time it gets there, everyone's going to see. Everyone's going to know it, including all 9 of them justices. This time they'll have already seen the evidence. They're going to have to accept this. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a 9-0 vote going. Wow, this was an attack on our country by foreign actors and domestic. And I don't know what they do after that. I've said that in my movie, but I will tell you this. They will do something. They have to.
Wow, I'm excited.
As with everything this man does, I am on the edge of my seat.
He's going for it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we eagerly await the next banger from director Mike Lindell. I'm sure that it'll be just as convincing as his last. And the way things are going with the coronavirus numbers, it might be released in theaters.
America's back, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, hold on there, Democrats. Don't think you're getting off easy because we're talking about Mike Lindell or some shit. Ha ha ha, that's right, he is funny. I don't remember asking you a damn thing. Don't
Don't you have a job to be doing?
On Friday of this week, 8 Democrats voted against adding a provision to the COVID relief package that would result in a minimum wage increase to $15 an hour, which is something that we are so fucking long overdue for.
Yes.
And also, this was a huge campaign promise from the Democratic Party. And if you look at wages and how they've stagnated with inflation, like, it is criminal how low the wages in this country are.
I made a joke on Twitter 2 or 3 years ago that said, and it wasn't really a joke. It was like a joke, but it was like, I just put the minimum wage should be $30 an hour. And by now, with the way inflation has gone, I saw an article today that was like, realistically, the minimum wage should be $24 an hour.
Yeah.
It is going to need to be 30 by the time it's 15.
It's like, oh my gosh, like, why can't you kids be like us back in the 50s, like 2 years out of college, we were buying like a 4-bedroom house in the suburbs.
I just got a summer job and paid my way through college.
It's because you were making like 4 times as much fucking money working at McDonald's, you assholes. And you slammed the door right behind you so no one else can have that. So because you didn't want to pay taxes.
Also, I would, dare I say, for anyone that hadn't realized it already, the past year should have been a pretty eye-opening experience for who actually supports the entire country. And it's what everyone lovingly calls essential workers, yet refuses to pay them a living wage.
Thank you so much.
We banged the pots.
Ding, 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 ding. No, I will not. No, you can't have more money.
We'll get to it.
God damn it. Anyway, yeah, the minimum wage hasn't been updated in over a decade, while prices for literally everything else have skyrocketed.
Including rents and health insurance.
Especially
and food.
rents and just the cost of housing in general. It's raising minimum wage has been a long time coming. And now was the chance to do it. And they failed. It was originally supposed to be in the package, but as you'll remember, that pesky Senate parliamentarian said no, and well, it was taken out. I mean, Kamala Harris could have just been like, bonk, shut the fuck up.
You're in actual jail.
Yeah, but they didn't because they don't actually believe in any of this shit. But then a group of progressive senators led by Bernie Sanders forced a vote on the policy change anyway. Here's Politico.
Democratic Senators Joe Manchin of West Virginia, John Tester of Montana, Jan Shaheen of New Hampshire, Kristen Sinema of Arizona, and Maggie Hassan of New Hampshire voted against proceeding, though the tally remains open. So did 2 close Biden allies, Chris Coons and Tom Carper of Delaware. Senator Angus King, an independent of Maine, who caucuses with the Senate Democrats, also opposed it. So, look, this is obviously very frustrating. Easily, though, the most infuriating moment in this whole ordeal came when Senator Kristen Sinema of Arizona, she looked pretty fucking gleeful while giving a seemingly enthusiastic thumbs down to the potential of people earning a living wage.
Did she have earbuds in? Was she listening to the Dead Kennedys track, Kill the Poor? Kill, 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 kill the poor. Kill, 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 kill,
she also
kill
like patted
the poor.
Mitch McConnell on the back or some shit, and also showed up to work that day with cake. Like,
yeah.
Let them eat cake. It's a little on the nose.
Some serious French Revolution vibes happening.
It's just so infuriating.
When she got elected, it was like, oh my God, she's bisexual and she's a style icon. Love this Kristen Sinema. It's like, she is basically a Republican. She's fucking terrible, but and good for them, I guess. Anyways, yeah.
Cool.
That sucks. Real curious to see how the Democrats pitch themselves to voters in the midterm elections in 2022, which the campaigning for which should begin in about a year. So they got about a year to do anything. We'll see. Anyways, let's cool off for a second here and let you know that a long sought after feature might actually be coming to social media website twitter.com. Sort of. So for years, people have been demanding one thing and one thing only. One thing and nothing else. They want to maybe edit their tweets after they're sent. Maybe hoping that there's like, I don't know, a time window.
That's fair.
Where like if you screwed something up grammatically or spelled something wrong, you said duck instead of fuck.
Yeah.
You could fix the tweet, but still keep it up and not lose the engagement that you got within those couple minutes or whatever.
Seems like a fair compromise. I don't know, maybe a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe less. Look, whatever. It just the edit button.
That's all we want. Well, it's not exactly that, but it looks like Twitter is testing out an undo feature that would allow you to stop sending a tweet for a short period of time before it actually posts.
Not entirely sure what the point is, since you can take as much time as you want before sending the tweet in order to, I don't know, proofread it or change your mind because you're once again tweeting in a blood-boiling rage because the government is fucking stupid or they erased the tits off your favorite cartoon character. Just take a breath next time before you tweet. But whatever. It's something. From The Verge, quote, a potential animation for Twitter's long-rumored undo send feature has been discovered by app researcher Jane Manchun-Wong, giving us our best look yet at how it might work. The interface shows Twitter's familiar "Your tweet was sent" dialog above a new undo button. The undo button doubles as a progress bar, which appears to show you how long you have to undo a tweet before it gets sent. Gmail offers a similar option for emails, where it provides a short window to stop messages from being sent after clicking the send button.
So I don't know, that kind of just seems really annoying.
Yeah.
If you're going to send a tweet, you're going to send it 99% of the time. And if you really want to take that back, you just delete it.
Yeah.
This isn't really an edit feature at all. It just seems like a more like, are you sure you want to post this feature? Which, you know, sometimes is useful.
Yes.
But what it should really do, since this seems like it's for premium users like actors and politicians, is send the tweet to a PR team first, who then has the ability to tweet or delete.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe we should just delete Twitter entirely. It's a hilarious website filled with loads of free comedy, but over the past couple of years, it's literally just turned into Facebook levels of rage posting, with the only notable option being that you're not forced to see friends and family argue with each other. It's mostly strangers.
Yeah, and
That's
you don't
nice.
feel as bad about, like, when you delete a family member off Facebook, that sends a pretty clear message.
Yeah, it's
makes things really awkward.
awkward.
Twitter is just like, yeah.
They also, Twitter is adding a lot of new features.
Hopefully with the paid stuff.
Well, they're adding paid accounts, so you can pay to follow someone.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy, these tweets ain't free.
No.
And you can no longer say this website is free. R.I.P. that slogan.
No, it's gonna be like, you know, you get the free stuff, but you'll always want to know what's going on behind the curtain.
And I think I heard they might be adding like groups or something. Like, I don't know.
Oh, they have a Clubhouse feature where it's audio chat rooms.
Yeah, that one's like in beta.
Still to this day. Look, I tried Clubhouse once. I found it incredibly annoying and stupid. I do not get why people want to sit around and listen
to people breathe in their shitty mics. Yeah.
I don't know, but here
I'm
you
not
are watching our
interested.
videos, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess, sure, you're right. You're right. Who am I to talk?
Oh, hey, movie news. That's what this show is supposed to be about. Hey, we're sorry to report that Fast and Furious 9, a.k.a. Fast 9, won't be cinema's saving grace earlier than it should have been. Fast 9 has been delayed once again because this movie is simply too important to be released in any kind of reduced capacity scenario.
If there's no 4DX theaters open,
What's the
they
point?
can't release it.
The studio is still optimistic about the summer, though, thanks to, vaccines and the fact that everyone in America mainlined the virus, causing what appears to be unintentional herd immunity in certain cities at the cost of countless human lives. It was not at all shocking when I'm listening to the news on the way in, and they're just like, yeah, it seems like the reduced numbers might be because we had such a astronomical spike for 3 months straight, so we kind of did an oopsie.
Yeah.
And may have caused a little bit of herd immunity.
Accidental herd immunity. Just all it takes is
the death of thousands.
Thousands of people dying.
Yeah. The film was Fast 9. Back to Fast 9. The film was originally supposed to hit theaters last year, of course. We could have seen so many movies by now.
Yeah.
But it was then moved to Memorial Day weekend of this year. Now it's being pushed back to the end of June on June 25th. I mean, look, that actually seems plausible as long as things continue the way they have been. So maybe, just maybe, we'll actually see a goddamn Fast and Furious movie this year. Now that would be a step back to normalcy.
Yeah, America is not fully back on track unless Dominic Toretto is like jumping out of a fucking airplane and landing on a car and landing in the driver's seat and driving off like a cliff and landing the car in a boat and then diving down into a submarine and then launching into space.
America's back.
I'm writing this movie in my head and it's fucking awesome.
It's just going to be weird to see all the out-of-date product placement like Sizzler.
Yeah.
Wait, that company went out of business.
I hope there's Quibi ads in it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was watching the latest show on Quibi on my phone.
Yeah, I had 5 minutes to kill, so I popped open a Corona and I was watching.
We're 5 minutes to Target. What are we going to do? Well, there's a new episode of Reno 911 that just premiered on Quibi.
Anyway, on the opposite side of the spectrum from Fast, one major movie has been pushed forward and will be releasing sooner rather than later. A Quiet Place 2. another movie that was supposed to come out a year ago. Paramount is taking this film, which was scheduled to be released much later this year in mid-September, all the way up to May 28th. That seems like it's right on the right on the bubble for normalcy if you consider the current vaccine deployment timeline. But I don't know, maybe a bit presumptuous, maybe a tiny bit early.
Based on the projections, things you would hope would be somewhat normal by the second week of June.
Yeah, that's about where I think, like June or beginning of July is my very cautious sort of prediction of like when it'll be safe to go in the water, as they say.
Yes.
I guess it doesn't matter because, I mean, we're convinced that this is being pushed forward because Paramount is going to be adding it to their Paramount Plus streaming platform. They want to just pump those subscriber numbers up for quarterly earnings reports sooner rather than later. That would make sense.
They have like 2 big movies that are supposed to not premiere on there, but go on there immediately after theaters.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, hold on. What if we put them sooner?
Yeah.
That way we can show success.
Let's just put it out in a couple of drive-thrus in Florida. Oh, we had a theatrical release.
Yeah. You know how you're going to know America's back? This is how you're going to know. July 4th, if there's more deaths related to fireworks and drunken debauchery than there are COVID deaths on July 4th, 2021, we are officially over it.
Yeah.
That's the best we can hope for. We got to hope that someone just puts a firework in their ass on Lake Havasu, blows their guts out.
He's got no ass left. He's like Lola Bunny. It's just completely flat back there.
No more dumper. But it also means America's back.
Yeah, we're
and
back.
That's something to be happy about.
Yeah, freedom requires sacrifices.
Like blowing yourself up with fireworks and getting wasted.
Yep.
Yeah.
The cost of freedom.
Anyways, that's it for this week's nearly pointless news dump episode.
Yeah, the news is dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do it.
We're just here to hang out with you. So if you want to sit around for another minute or so, we're here for you.
We'll be here.
What's up? How you been doing? What's the first thing you're going to do? Hey, in the comments below, what's the first thing you're going to do when things are back to normal? Meaning you'll probably still have to wear your mask, but you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. You miss your local bars and restaurants? Because I do.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to Disneyland. I won the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And I'm going to hug my parents.
It's a little reward. Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably just go back inside like I have been doing.
Well, this sucks.
Oh, this was overrated.
This air's all filthy. Get me out of here.
Anyways, you'll tell us in the comments. Hey, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah.
If you're watching this right now, you stuck around for the whole episode.
You did. Proud of you.
Yep. Thank you. Specifically you. Bye.
Bye.